So, I've been playing a lot of Teemo recently. The old movement speed build kind of got nerfed in the current meta, so now I'm building super big shrooms for maximum damage. That's how I got here to this game. You see, first I run to the top river bush to put down my control ward, and then right back down to guard against Invade's bot side, and you see that was when I spotted Echo's Scorchclaw pup. And I knew that if Echo's Scorchclaw pup was nearby, then Echo was probably nearby as well. And sure enough, just a second later, Echo shows up to put a ward in my jungle. And then Soraka shows up out of nowhere to throw a banana at me. Fortunately, she decided that was enough and went back to lane. So now I'm laning against this mid pike, and I get hit by his Q, and then start to run away, and wow, he does a lot of damage level 1. I should probably not let him walk back into melee range and ignite me, and oh, hi Ribbon. So now I've given up first blood, and I'm waddling my little bum back to lane. That was when I noticed that Rammus was beating up Echo, and Echo thought he was going to get away, but I noticed that he was getting away, so I get away after him, and then I burn Flash, but he was too fast, and then I burn Ghost, but I get hooked by Pike. So now I shoot Pike a couple of times with my P shooter so he knows I'm not afraid of him before I run away like a little rat that I am. And then he grabs me with his Q, and I forget to dodge his stun, and I try to walk away, but he flash autos me, and Riffin isn't doing too hot either. I need to make sure I dodge his abilities. Like that. Just like that. Thank you, Rammus. It's about this time my top Victor decided to 1v3 Void Grubs. I wasn't sure he had the jungle experience to take them on, so I backed him up, and then Rammus arrived, and now it's hardly fair on them. Let me just go back to base and buy items while Pike takes my control ward. It was about this time I began to take leak of my senses, which is why I charged a Pike with all his cooldowns up under turret and tanked a tower shot. To be honest, he could have hooked me back under tower. I think he was just as surprised and confused at my actions as I was. Yes, like that. Dodge. Just like that. No, not like that. Suddenly, my team started asking for help, so I ran down to help them, and I was about to back up Rammus when I saw Miss Fortune was on low health. So I flashed and I killed her. And then I ran away because now I was all alone. What surprise! I'm not alone. I got my shrooms. And thank you, Pike, for stepping on my shrooms. Let me just hide in the bush and wait for Twitch to come so I can finish off this Soraka while my arcane comet leaves, because Echo stepped on my shroom on the other side of the map. It was at this point that I went to ward Rift Herald, and then Echo stops my back, I think because the bush might be warded, which I would know about if I still had my control ward in there. Thank you, Pike. It was around this time that I saw Rammus getting chased, so I ran over to help him as he ducks behind a wall, and then he hits the blast cone and throws me back into the fight. Like Rammus. We were already out, we could have gone home. Thankfully it's not a big deal because I dodged Pike's hook and now they're stuck here with me, not me being stuck with them. I go and immediately start Rift Herald because we just killed Meta Jungle, so now it's definitely the safest time to take it. Fortunately Rammus agrees. Now I need to recall my helicopter to take me back to the base. After taking Rift, I was having a little stroll through the bottom side jungle when I caught Pike trying to sneak the dragon. So I start to walk away, and then he hooks me through a wall. I forgot he could do that. And then he dashes through the wall with his E. I forgot he could do that as well. And then he ignites me, and him and Miss Fortune take me out. Now here I am, waddling my little bum back to lane again, when this Soraka appears out of nowhere, and at first it seemed like she wanted to throw hands, but then she ran away and I started attacking Miss Fortune. But then she ran away, and then Mordekaiser appears, and you know what, I think we've done enough fighting. I'm ready to leave now. I'm gonna go take this control ward instead. Here I am, minding my own business, killing minions, when Miss Fortune steps on a shroom. And I decide to go in, but she walks away in her fancy stilettos, so I back off, and then she steps on another shroom, and Twitch notices, and now we're both kind of going crazy chasing this Miss Fortune because we both used Flash just to kill her. Like, that was not worth it. Now we're getting caught by Echo, and he bought a shield so I can't blind him, and save Twitch until I break his shield. Then he ults, and Soraka shows up, and you know what, I think I'm ready to go home again. Just then I see Miss Fortune and Echo trying to stop my Rammus from getting the scuttle, so I run at them and throw my shroom right in Echo's path, so he has to step on it when he runs away the wrong way. Now he's super slow and we kill him easily. He notices too and uses his question mark emote because he knows he could have just run the other way. Now it's 20 minutes in and I am just waddling around this team fight trying to convince the enemy team to step on my shrooms. Thankfully I have these red minions here to help because they're all moving away a little too fast for me. Now I'm gonna put down some shrooms and someone's gonna step on one right away. See, that's why I take Arcane Comet, so that I know when somebody steps on one. Now I'm going to flash out of Pike's E, because I'm not fast enough to run, and then I will dodge his hook, and then blast code myself to the edge of the universe. Cheese and crackers, that was a lot of airtime. Now there's another team fight, but I don't have shrooms, so I'ma just dance around for a bit until I can kill this Echo through the wall, and then scare Pyke away so my Victor can finish him off before I go and insta-kill away in the enemy base. I then ran around to join this team fight, and I finished off Soraka, which was interesting because I only hit her one time. She didn't even step on a shroom. But then Pyke thought he was going to be clever and outrun my Remus after Remus flash taunts him. Unfortunately, he steps on my shroom, and now Remus can catch up to him anyway. Now Riven's trying to make a play in the enemy base, but I am not helping, because I need to recall and buy my items so that when people step on my shrooms, they do a lot of damage. Just then I got echoed in Misfortune trying to take my shrooms, so I shot them, and then I flashed away, because Misfortune's ult does a lot of damage. It didn't really matter because they both stepped on a shroom, and now it does half their HP, so I can finish them off really easily while being nowhere near the fight. Like I am in the river right now, but my shrooms do a lot of damage. Look, I'm going to dodge Pyke's abilities, put the shroom down, and then die to Echo because I forgot to blind him. But that's okay, because he hourglasses to try and run away from Twitch, and then runs right into the shroom I just put down. And somehow I get a double kill from the grave. After that, there's nothing left for my team to do besides walk into their base and take their Nexus. And Teemo shrooms are winning again.